Hey, brothers and sisters from the Starknet ecosystem. Welcome back to the Star Cafe. This is Nur Star speaking, your personal Star barista. And once again, we are ready to delight you with some very special Starknet content. Happy Monday, everyone. Let's start this new week in the best possible way. And today at the Star Cafe, we'll take a virtual flight all over to China in order to meet the Starknet Chongguo community, which is a Starknet local community that is working a lot to make Starknet be known by Chinese devs and users. Therefore, let's welcome the Starknet Chongguo community, captained by Leo. Hey guys, hey Leo, welcome to the Star Cafe.
Hey, hey, Nurstat. Thank you for inviting us. We are very honored to join you.
It's a pleasure, guys, because I mean we've known each other since the early days, and we supported each other a lot.
Yeah,
It was time to invite you to my format, and I'm very glad to have you here. So let's start this episode with an icebreaker question. I mean, would you mind telling me a bit about your background, Leo? And I'd also like to know how you got interested about Starknet and when did you begin creating content for the Starknet ecosystem?
yeah, sure. Uh, my background is a translator. I'm a freelance translator for more than several years before into the crypto. And actually, I know Bitcoin and crypto is quite very early, but I got deep dive into the technology of blockchain and crypto in the late 2017 and early 2018, and from start there, I began to got involved into several crypto communities and projects. I At first, I am very interested in some privacy projects like Zcash and Green, and in the coming years after 2018, it's a long bear market. And in early 2020, in the DeFi summer, I began to contribute in Chain News. It's a leading news outlet on blockchain and crypto in China. And I wrote a lot of I cover in DeFi. I mainly cover DeFi and NFT. I wrote a lot of articles and do some research on different projects, and during which I know Starkware and StarkX in 2020s, uh, when that diversify, yeah, is in the StarkX version 1. Uh, the diversify is launched, and now RhinoFi is launched on the Starknet and later DivideX. Yeah, I know Starkware and StarkX is quite early. And in late 2021, Chain News is shut down due to regulation in China. And then I, I, I went to look for other opportunities because I think layer two next big things. So I do. I spend a lot of time on the layer two projects like Aztec, Starknet, and ZK-Sync. And later I choose build on Starknet. I talked with the Starkware team. Hey, I want to build a community and promote for Starknet. So we work together. Then I build the Starknet community, Chinese community.
What a very interesting background, Leo. Thanks a lot for sharing it with us at the Star Cafe. And it's very nice to see that you also, like me, you didn't come from a very technical background, and then you got passionate about the technology and the community, and you started this great Starknet Chongwo local community, and it was quite good also that you had this experience, with Diversify and StarTex. I also, I discovered Starkware because I was an early user of DYDX. So I found out about this powerful scaling tech because also StarkX, we could say that it was the first scaling solution that you could actually use in 2020. So it was an anticipation of the concept of layer twos, I could say. And yeah, having said that, what kind of content have you been producing at Starknet Changwo, and in which socials are you active on?
We mainly do two aspects, two things we mainly cover. One is daily updates on the ecosystem and development, and another one is in-depth report on projects. Like we do on Twitter every day. We cover everything what's happened on the in the ecosystem, the projects and developments. We do daily updates on the mainly on Twitter and Substack. We have a summary, and we also do some in-depth report like threads. We write some threads on the tech and projects regularly, bi-weekly or every week. And also we do some interviews on the projects to get more audience to know more on the projects in the ecosystem. And we are also going to do some deep research on the on the projects uh, to help more investors to know more on the projects in the ecosystem. And yeah, these are the two things we are mainly do on the our Twitter, and do some reports. And also additionally, we also pay more attention on the developer developer communities. We we are working to onboard more developers on to learn Cairo, to on Starknet, to developers to have a development on Starknet. Yeah, that's the two things we mainly do. One is covering everything on Starknet, and another one to onboard new developers to learn Cairo, to developers to use Cairo on Starknet. Maybe
Very
Diamond maybe have a speak on this question.
Oh, okay. Would you like to? Uh, I didn't understand you. Do you want somebody else from the team to speak about this, to add something on this?
Yeah, sure. Diamond is in the speakers. Diamond is our team member. He may speak more on these questions.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Diamond, I added you as a speaker, so I suppose that you can speak. And yeah, could you tell us a bit more about the developer side of the Starknet Chongwo activities?
Mm, sorry, there's some issue with her Twitter, maybe. I think.
I see.
Okay. Okay, let's go on.
Okay, no worries. So, as you
Definitely.
were saying, to sum it up a bit, the activities that you do. So, you have this new weekly newsletter, Chinese newsletter, that you send weekly to your subscribers, where you sum up the week on Starknet. Then, besides that, you obviously post a lot of daily tweets and news regarding the Starknet ecosystem on your Twitter account. I also saw that you have a mirror blog. I'm
Yeah.
just going down your Starknet Chongguo link tree, and you also active in some Chinese speaking social networks such as Bilibili, I suppose. And then obviously
Mhm. Yeah. Sure.
uh, you also have a YouTube channel where you also recorded an interview made by, if I remember well, by Diamond at Zuzalu in Montenegro, featuring Eli Ben Sasson, co-founder of Starkware. And then we also maybe you forgot to say you also did a very cool series of written interviews where you interviewed some of the most relevant projects on Starknet. And I had also the pleasure, the opportunity, and the privilege to translate it, to help you translating it into English. And we published the English version on the Nurstars Deep Dive Substack. And then yeah, having said that, do you wanted to add something about maybe the Chinese social networks?
Yeah. Sure. Uh, in Chinese crypto, there's a very dynamic, diversified, and active community. But although the strict regulations and people know Stockware and Stockware, they mainly from DYDX and Immutable. Because DYDX is a leading derivative platform. There's a lot of Chinese users on DYDX. So I think DYDX and Immutable is a big brand for Star Career and Starknet. And when we talk about the Starknet, mostly they know the Star Career has raised over more than 200 millions. It have a strong tech team, and for some seasoned investors and hardcore developers, Stockware team is very well respected. But there's also uh, usually there are some users and some other investors come to us. Hi, what's Cairo? What's a Stocknet and what's StockX? So so we will have to explain everything to them. So here is come what we do in the Chinese community. We do educations, we do promotion for Starknet, and the Cairo One, and everything for Starknet, so for Cairo One and for developers.
Very good. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
amazing
and
that you.
we see the community is gaining tractions. There's a lot of new developers come into learning Cairo. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, I believe that Starknet has got a lot of potential in countries like China as well, because you have a lot of very skillful developers, and obviously you also have a lot of users.